Hi everyone, this is John Girardi with Right to Life of Central California, bringing you another in our 40 videos for 40 Days for Life series. 40 Days for Life is the international campaign of prayer and presence outside abortion clinics throughout the country, throughout the world, and also right here in Fresno. If you want to participate in our Fresno campaign, maybe take an hour-long shift, I don't know, maybe every Tuesday from 11 to 12, get in touch with us, just as an example. Get in touch with us if you want to participate, if you want to come out to the sidewalk and pray with us. Just get in touch with us, info@rtlcc.org. You can also sign up on our website, rtlcc.org, or you can give us a call at 559-229-2229. That's 229-BABY. Today on the show, I want to talk about the big upcoming Supreme Court case, Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization. Over the last several videos, we've talked, bit by bit about the main Supreme Court cases that are sort of the foundation of American abortion law. Roe v. Wade, which started it off, basically said abortion was a fundamental constitutional right. It created this trimester system for regulating abortion, but still effectively made abortion legal and a protected constitutional right for all 9 months of pregnancy and for any reason. It did this in conjunction with Doe versus Bolton. Doe versus Bolton was Roe's sister case. Roe said that for some late-term abortions, states could ban them as long as they had an exception for any pregnancies that implicated maternal health. And Doe versus Bolton defined maternal health so broadly that literally every pregnancy implicates maternal health. That's how Doe versus Bolton defines maternal health. Planned Parenthood versus Casey from 1992. Roe and Doe are from 1973. Casey was from 1992. Planned Parenthood versus Casey sort of changed some of Roe v. Wade's rationale and thinking. It got out of a trimester system for regulating abortion into a pre- and post-viability system. But the end result was largely the same. States can't ban abortion before viability. They can ban abortion after viability, but only if they have an exception for maternal health. And we're still using that way overly broad definition of maternal health from Doe versus Bolton. Any pregnancy implicates maternal health. Casey does allow states to regulate more stuff surrounding abortion, to impose other various kinds of health and safety regulations, informed consent regulations, but it nonetheless still largely prohibits states from just banning abortion outright or regulating abortion as they wish. States can't do things like ban abortion after the 20-week point of pregnancy, which is what many European countries do. Ban abortion after the first trimester, which a lot of other European countries do. States can't pass things like heartbeat bills that ban abortion after 6 weeks of pregnancy. They can't do that. It's not consistent with Planned Parenthood versus Casey, and it's, I think, incorrect interpretation of the Constitution. And this legal regime has left America with some of the most radical abortion laws in the whole world. To have legal abortion for all 40 weeks of pregnancy and for any reason puts us in a category of countries along with China, Vietnam, and North Korea, not exactly paragons of respecting human rights. Well, this could all change this year. This year, the Supreme Court has agreed to take on a case called Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization. This centers around a Mississippi law. Mississippi passed a law banning abortions after the 15-week point of pregnancy. That's well before fetal viability. And the court is going to answer this simple question. This was the question they agreed to take. Can states ban abortion prior to fetal viability? This is the heart, the core of the Planned Parenthood versus Casey decision. And as a result, if the court rules the way that we think they might, the way we think they could, they would effectively give the green light to any state in the union to do whatever they want with abortion, to just ban abortion as such for maybe any abortions after the midway point of pregnancy, 20 weeks, any abortions after 12 weeks of pregnancy, any abortions after fetal heartbeat can be detected around 6 weeks of pregnancy, or just to ban abortion outright. The theory that many people on the right have is that the Constitution simply has nothing to say about abortion one way or another, and that state governments should legislate abortion as they see fit. Others, I'm kind of inclined towards their thinking, others would argue that the Constitution itself has protections for the right to life sort of built into it, and that the Constitution itself should guarantee the right to life for all unborn children. I think this viewpoint is kind of a minority viewpoint even among conservatives. I don't know how much cachet it will have with the Supreme Court, but it's an interesting viewpoint that I personally kind of prefer. At the end of the day, how do I think this will happen? Well, the court will hear the oral arguments for this case in December, meaning lawyers will stand in front of the justices and be very, very scared, and will answer questions that are aggressively put to them by the justices about their arguments. The court will then deliberate and then will probably issue their decision in June of 2022. So how do I think it's going to go? I'm the lawyer here. I must have some opinions on this. I am very worried about John Roberts. I fear that Roberts is so conflicted by, one, threats by the Democrat Party to pack the Supreme Court, his perception of the court's sort of institutional standing. I think that he is unlikely to simply overturn Roe v. Wade. I don't know that he's likely to just say, yep, Roe v. Wade was right, or Planned Parenthood versus Casey was right. I think he will probably try to latch onto some kind of weird middle ground that will deny us the victory we seek. Nevertheless, there are still 5 other Republican appointee justices on the Supreme Court, and what do I think will happen with them? Well, I know Clarence Thomas will rule the right way. I am 99.99999% certain Sam Alito will rule the right way, and I am pretty confident that both Gorsuch and Barrett will rule the right way. Justice Kavanaugh is kind of the person to look at, and really in many ways he's kind of the ideological center of the Supreme Court. If he goes with the conservatives win. If he goes with Roberts and the liberals, then the liberals win. He's now sort of that fifth swing vote, kind of occupies the space that his old boss Anthony Kennedy used to occupy. Which way do I think he will go? I am hopeful that Brett Kavanaugh will rule the right way on this because of his respect for this Supreme Court case called Glucksberg versus Washington. This was a case about how you think of creating new constitutional rights out of the 14th Amendment. At the end of the day, I think Kavanaugh knows that Roe v. Wade and Planned Parenthood versus Casey were wrongly decided. He even effectively admitted as much during a speech he gave in 2017. And the question for him will be, does he have the fortitude to overturn it? And does he think that the concept of stare decisis, which is this doctrine that all things being equal, keep prior decisions in place, don't overturn them don't overturn decisions just to unnecessarily create instability in the law and take away people's reliance interests. I think that Kavanaugh will do the right thing, ultimately, at the end of the day. So I'm hopeful for a 5-4 victory in our favor to allow states to regulate abortion as we see fit. When we come back, I do want to talk about that case. Glucksberg versus Washington, the Roe v. Wade of physician-assisted suicide that didn't turn into the Roe v. Wade of physician-assisted suicide. That'll be next for tomorrow's video. Again, we hope you will join us for our 40 Days for Life campaign out on the sidewalk. Get in touch with us, 559-229-2229, or visit us at rtlcc.org. Thanks so much, and God bless.